Here we have a nice example of a Mills Horsehead Bonus 3-reel slot machine. Has an unusual reel bundle that actually changes odds with, it has alternating odds basically by having effectively what is a 10-stop reel bundle. So each reel has 20 cymbals on it, but there's actually the star wheel that lines up and stops each of the cymbals, configures only to and aligns only to 10. But what the machine does is the arms that go into those cogs to stop the wheel from spinning, that arm alternates and moves up and down slightly to catch either the first or the second set of cymbals. So what's effectively happening is on this pole we have the bell, and plum, and the bell with the B is what was lining up. So if we had not had this bonus flipped up, the B for B in bonus would have popped into the window and started our sequence. In this case, the B was already up, so is the O, so it didn't do anything from that standpoint. However, then on the next pull, it would actually be impossible for this reel to stop at this position again, because the stopping lever that corresponds to the wheel is in a different position. It's in a slightly offset position. We'll see that inside. We actually left the back off so we could take a look. If we take a look at the at where the reel stops are, that set of cams, or that wheel, that star, actually only has 10 positions on it. Normally it would have 20. For this mechanism, for this bell mechanism, but it only has 10. You'll actually notice it a little bit, now that I pointed out, you'll notice it a little bit when you play the machine. As the reels come into their stopping position, they're a little wonky, and they move around a little more than a normal machine. Let's see if we can. You can sort of hear it, and you can sort of see it, how they're sort of locking into position in really not a smooth fashion, right, as compared with other bell machines of this period. So again, the last pull, we would not have lined up to any of the letter symbols, but for this one we did. And again, the O is already flipped up, so it didn't drive any action on the bonus window. And you can see, so now we'll get a payoff. And actually, what's also cool about these is the payoff changes significantly once you get past two cherries. So it goes, normally this would be a 3-5 for adding the bell or the lemon. Instead, it's a 3-10. So it's a substantially more generous payout. And that's because the odds are changing with every other pull. So it's actually rather difficult to get to it, although it seems very appealing from a payout card. The reality is the odds on this machine are quite difficult as compared with a normal bell machine. So again, you see it up, and we hit the end this time. We did see the end come into the window, so that's cool. But on this next pull, we would not be able to get any of the letter symbols signing up or lining up. You saw the next one kind of bounced by, and that's not because it was moving by. That's because it was forced past, because it couldn't stop based on the on where the stopping arm was. So a rather rare and unusual Mills Horsehead Bonus, late 1930s, 36, 37, 3-reel slot machine. A shout out to Dave Burritt and the Coin-Op Preservation Society. Dave has a great YouTube video that actually shows the inner workings of the mechanism and explains the stopping arms. So I'd suggest those that are further curious about this, to check that out. But a rather scarce and unusual specimen with a lot of really cool engineering going on inside.